Okay, here we are, about 45 minutes into my John Muir trail hike, and the hardest thing for me is stopping and taking videos. So I'm going to try to force myself to do this. So I'm probably about a mile in right now. The last mile of the trail was just sand. Soft to walk in, but I felt like I was walking backwards and forwards at the same time. Right here I'm at this neat little stream area. It's the first water crossing. So my pack, let's go over and take a look at my pack. Here's my pack. I'm running pretty heavy. I'm probably 42 pounds. I'm guessing I'm 42 pounds right now because I brought my camera, my Sony camera along, which I did not intend to do. But I thought this could be a once-in-a-lifetime trip, so why not? So it's about 10:30 in the morning, and I'll report in later. Well, first 1,000 feet of elevation gain done. Pretty hard. I keep telling myself it only gets easier, considering I come from low elevation. I don't live at elevation. I spent 2 nights at 10,000 feet, so I think that helped. And I got about 500 to 600 feet of elevation gain to go before I get up to where it levels off the pass, Cottonwood Pass. So not doing too bad. Thirsty, gonna eat a little bit of food. Knee feels pretty good. I don't have my knee sleeve on. Don't have my knee sleeve on. I got it strapped on my pack. I'm also going to get my sun sleeves out and my sun gloves. I don't want to get sunburned my first day. So that's it, just a quick video. Okay, here I am. My first pass, Cottonwood Pass. I think it's about 11,000 feet of elevation. It was tough, I won't lie, but not too bad. A few days. I should be acclimatized. Whitney will be the true test of how I feel. Other than that, that's it. One more spin around. And if you look back over my shoulders, that's where I started, way back at the other end of that meadow. Horseshoe Meadows. Alright, I got my camp set up here at Chicken Spring Lake. And filtered some water, washed my socks, did a couple other things, and now I'm just sitting back relaxing. Let's see, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but here's my view for tonight. So that's the lake view, and this is out the back. I'll go ahead and take some more video later on. Just wanted to take some real quick later. Sitting here waiting to see if I'm gonna have a nice sunset on the rocks here. Little alpenglow. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but I'm on the east side of the lake across from my campsite and waiting for sunset, which is in about 20 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Alright, let's do a little camp tour here. This is day number 2. I'm at Rock Creek. Did 9.62 miles today. And this is where I'm at. I'm just going to do a 360 here. And the trail is right over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Over here is Rock Creek. Let's take a walk over here. So I get to listen to the creek tonight. I don't think I'll wear earplugs. I've been wearing earplugs the last couple of nights for sleeping. So tonight, maybe no earplugs. So this is Rock Creek. And the water's cold. I did not bathe myself today. I went swimming yesterday. I won't say I went swimming, but I did go into Chicken Spring Lake for just a few minutes. Enough to shoot some video. I think this is an active bear area. They have a bear locker over here. I got some stuff in it already. I really like this spot for camping. Got a nice log to rest my stuff on. One thing I learned yesterday real quick is these trees drop sap. And I was standing on a rock cleaning my feet yesterday and didn't realize I was standing in tree sap. So I walked around with sticky feet today. It wasn't too bad. Here's where my bear canister's at for tonight. I will move it a little further away. I may lock it down in that bear locker. Hung me up a clothesline. I don't know if my shirt's dry or not. Feels pretty dry. So on day 2, what have I learned? What do I like and what don't I like? I got some sun sleeves. I really like those. Oh, this pad right here. It's just kind of a foam egg crate material. That's really been nice and highly recommend that. Working on my toilet paper, bag of toilet paper here, of course. Other than that, that's about it. I'm checking out. Bye. Okay, day number 3. I got my first glimpse of Whitney. You can't see it from here, but it's behind me. Up the hill a little bit further, I got a couple of pictures. So day 3, it's about 10:20. I'm less than a half mile from my destination for today. Crabtree Ranger Station, which is down below. Here's what I'm finding out. The uphills are hard, but coming down are harder on me, especially my knee. My knee really clunks coming down these hills. About every 4th or 5th step I take, it clunks. So I hope my knee adjusts to this weight of my backpack and stops that. It doesn't really hurt, there's no paint with it, but it just worries me a little bit. I'm wearing my knee sleeves. And this section of the trail has not been dusty. Coming from Horseshoe Meadows, Chicken Spring Lake, Cottonwood Pass, all the way to Rock Creek, really sandy. My gosh, I mean it's like walking on a real thick sandy beach or a sandbox. So making a little better time on this kind of material here, although downhill I really slow down. So that's it. I don't know if I'll get on here and video later or not. Started out this morning, I thought it was going to rain on me, so I stopped and pulled all my rain gear out and made it accessible just in case it did. But it's really clearing off nicely, as you can probably see. So I'm going to do a 360 here. All right, talk to you later. Good morning. I'm coming down off Mount Whitney right now. It's 9:07. I started at 2 o'clock this morning at Crabtree Ranger Station, and I actually surprised myself. I made it just in time for sunrise at about 6:20, 6:25 this morning. Unless you've climbed a 14er before, you can't understand how much pain you're in as you climb all these switchbacks. So where I started at Crabtree, I'm thinking the elevation there is 10.5, somewhere around there. And Whitney's, 14,500. So that's 4,000 feet of elevation gain in 4 hours. Just insane. I'm gonna do a little swirl around here. I didn't take any video up on Whitney because it was cold and windy, and honestly I wasn't feeling too good up there. Upsets, maybe just a little bit of nausea, but this is only my 4th day at elevation, so I guess it's to be expected. So far I've met every one of my goals. So this is day 4. Day 4, my goal was to hit Whitney for sunrise, and I got it. Leaving at 2 o'clock, I didn't think I would make it. Well, I probably had 200 feet of elevation gain to go, and I saw the hut at the top and knew I could make it, so I just pushed for it, and it hurt pretty bad. So coming back down all these switchbacks down to Crabtree Ranger Station, that's where I'll spend this evening. Other than that, just wanted to shoot a little bit of video, and I'm going to do one more swoop around so you can. Off behind me is Guitar Lake. You may not be able to see it. Down there is Hitchcock Lakes. But yeah, pretty windy. I stripped off my jacket because I heat it pretty easy. Took my gloves off, but it was cold up there. Nobody was staying up there very long. Kind of regret not taking many pictures up there, but you know what? I'm all right with that, and I don't know if I ever have the desire to climb Whitney again. It was hard. It wasn't spectacular, and maybe it was just the weather being cold and windy. Not a cloud in the sky though. Talk to you later. Have a good morning. All right, day 6. 8:10 in the morning. I'm at 12,000 feet, and I'm getting ready to go up my first big pass, which is Forester Pass. So it's about 1,000, I don't know, maybe 1,000 feet of elevation gain in less than a mile. You won't be able to see the switchbacks on my GoPro camera. This is actually where I considered camping last night, but I didn't. I camped about a mile or so down lower, and actually I'm kind of glad I did. Had a good camp spot. This is just a bit exposed up here, especially if a storm came in. So feeling pretty good right now. I'm sure as I get halfway up the mountain, that'll change really quick. Felt a little queasy this morning, but ate a Snickers bar. I was charging my camera and my cell phone back at Crabtree Meadow a couple days ago, and went out to pick it up, and somebody set a Snicker bar on top of my phone, so I was fantasizing about candy bars. So a little bit of trail magic happened, and that's what I had for breakfast this morning, was a Snicker bar and a couple of Cliff Blocks. So I'm gonna have a couple more Cliff Blocks and some water and climb this sucker. Maybe I'll see you at the top. Bye. Well, looks like I got like phone camera, GoPro, other camera.
You got it all.
I got too much. I got like 2.5 pounds of camera gear with them. Like, all right, let's give you just a little tour of the inside of my tent. I have my retainer in. I keep meaning to wear it the last couple of nights, and I keep not wearing it. So I have it in tonight. So this is basically my sleeping arrangement. This is my box here for my reading glasses. This makes my bear canister easier to open. There's a notch here. If you slide it in there, it lets it click right on by. I hang my sunglasses there, and my solar lamp is not inflated yet, but my solar lamp hangs here. I'm glad I brought that lamp. I almost didn't bring it. My backpack I normally keep over here. My bear can does not stay in the tent. It is usually outside. I don't know. I keep it about 50 to 100 feet away from my tent. My day pack is right there. I keep a lot of stuff in that day pack. I'm glad I brought that. Here's where I sleep. I wrap this with my gator in my Neo Air X-Lite pad. My clothes that I sleep in are right there for now. I usually keep stuff that I'm going to wear tomorrow. Electronics right there. Shoes stay outside. My bag where I put my toilet paper stays outside. I got my bidet out there, and I think my shovel's out there somewhere. Yeah, my shovel. My shovel is out there also. And right now I just got everything out. I was just doing a little journaling, researching the next couple of days worth of campsites and passes. Got my phone with a bunch of JMT apps on it. Oh, and my spot. I've been trying to check in the morning. And then when I get to my sleep spot, my camp spot, I'll check in. And I've also checked in at the higher passes, Whitney. Other than that, that's it. Oh, my earplugs. I wear earplugs every night, and I take one Benadryl, and I've been sleeping pretty good. Last night, I didn't sleep good, but I was over 12,000 feet. I think that's why. But the night before, I slept wonderful. Woke up 4 or 5 times, but went back to sleep pretty quick. I sleep in silk bottoms, a wool combination long sleeve shirt. I do wear this also, and face mask with my finger toes or toe socks. Other than that, that's about all I can tell you. See you later. All right, I think it's day 8. Not sure. I'm climbed about 2,700 feet this morning, and I'm headed up to Pincho Pass. I'm just going to do a quick 360. Pincho is somewhere up behind me. I think it's up to my left hand shoulder, but I'm not sure. Elevation right now 11,300 feet. This is what it looks like. 11,300 feet. It's beautiful country up here. A little bit of clouds. A little bit of clouds this morning. I think I'll get over the pass hopefully before anything happens. Once I get over the pass, I get about 4 or 5 miles, mostly downhill, and set up camp. It's a 7.5 mile climb this morning, 3,700 feet of elevation gain. So feeling strong this morning, feeling strong, and Got some blisters, pretty bad blisters, especially on my left foot, but I got it fixed up pretty good. I think I got it fixed up, hopefully. 4 days to resupply after today, so looking forward to some bacon jerky. Alright, that's it. Bye. Okay, so here it is, day 8. And right now I'm standing on the John Muir Trail. That's north. And this is south. And let me give you an idea where I'm camping at tonight. So I probably got here at 2:30. I started at 6:30 this morning. Did about 12 miles. Got here at 2:30. Set my tent up. Got out of my dirty stuff. Went over to the creek and filled my outdoor research dry bag full of water and brought it up here and did laundry. Let me go ahead and show you. Let me show you where my water source is at. So over here is where I'm getting my water to drink. Also the water I do my laundry with. I'm around 10,200 feet of elevation. Tomorrow I go up to and over Mather Pass. I think that's around 12,000 feet in 5 miles. So I'll try to wake up early again. Need to do some longer days the next 3 days so I can get to my resupply point on time before they close on Friday. And after that it's all downhill. So blisters seem to be doing better. My knee was definitely bothering me. A lot of uphill and some steep downhill at the end. My knees definitely do not like the downhill. So that's it. It's probably, I'm guessing 5 o'clock Monday, day number 8. Have a good evening. I think it's day 9. Not really sure. I'm about 1.5 miles from going over Glen Pass. Not Glen Pass, Mather Pass. Mather Pass is right behind me over my right hand shoulder. I'm at about 11,440 feet. Getting a little bit of water here at this stream. Eating a little bit of energy. Some Gatorade energy chews and dark chocolate candy bar before I head up it. Drank some water. So we'll see what it looks like from the top. And do one slow 360. Inside the John Muir hut. That's the way I'm heading. Okay, day number 11. I'm heading into the Evolution Basin, I believe is what they call it. It's supposed to be the most spectacular part of this trip, so we'll see. I didn't journal last night. I did 14 miles. I did go over Muir Pass yesterday. It wasn't really my intention, but it was close enough. It just makes my next 2 days easy. So I got a pretty easy day today, but last night I had a fever. I don't know what the deal was. Couldn't get warm. Had the chills, and then I got super hot and had to strip down in my bed to try to cool down. Probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I think the fever broke and feeling better today. So just finally hit the sunshine at 7:57 a.m. Day number 11. Tomorrow I pick up my resupply at Muir Trail Ranch. Then it's about 100 miles after that down to Yosemite. So we'll see if I can make it or not. My knees have held up well. A couple of blisters. Other than that, feeling pretty good. Not a lot to see right here, but I'll just do a 360. And up behind me right there, that's kind of where I came down from this morning. And I am heading in that direction right there for maybe 7 or 8 miles today. I'm going to try to camp in a meadow. That's one thing I haven't done on this trip yet, is camped in a meadow. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that. I've done about everything else except the meadow. Have a good day. Thanks. Okay, day number 11. Tomorrow's resupply day. And had a short day. I think I did 7.5, 8 miles today. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe 9 miles. Maybe I did 9, but it was mostly downhill, pretty easy, gradual downhill. I needed that after the last 2 days and feeling sick last night when I went to bed, so needed an easy day. But I thought I'd just show you around my camp. It's a pretty good campsite. I don't know if that's Evolution Creek here behind me or not, but let me show you around. It does have a fire pit, but I will not be building a fire. There's where I set my tent up at, and it's really dusty. So what I did is I took these flat stones and I built a little sidewalk. That way each time I walk, no dust shows up. Because over here, look at this, really dusty. Let's see. I have my camera charging right now and a solar charger. I got my Lucy lantern charging. That lantern has been awesome. Works out really well in the morning. One of the best pieces of gear I brought along, and I almost did not bring it along. Got my laundry ringed out. I just basically put it in the orange dry sack, swish it around, wring it out, and stick it on the line. I don't use any soap. So no soap, just water. There's my tent again. So as you walk down, here's kind of my stream access. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So right here is where I'm getting my water from. It looks like there could be campsites across the creek there, but I'm not sure. I've seen some backpackers over there earlier, but hard to say. So pretty nice area. It's all really wooded. Mountain Snow Stream, just as clear as can be. I do see trout in it once in a while, so there's trout in all these streams and maybe some of the ponds. Not all of, or lakes, not all of the lakes, but some of the lakes. So other than that, I head to Muir Trail Ranch tomorrow. I'm right on schedule. If they have a room available, I'm gonna grab it. Probably spend the night there. I don't think they will. It's a Friday. If they don't, then get out of the wind here. If they don't, then probably pick up my resupply, pack it as quickly as I can, and try to get a couple more miles in. I got a big pass to do on Saturday, so right on schedule. As long as I can stay healthy and happy, I'll stay out here and get this done. Other than that, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye. Alright, today is day number 12. Picked up my resupply at Muir Trail Ranch. So, once again, my bear can is full of food. Full of food and pretty heavy. I think I did like 2,300 feet of elevation gain after I picked up that bear can. Looking at the map, I think I did at least 14 miles today, which didn't feel like I did that many miles, but I'll have to add it up later and get a true accurate count. So my daily afternoon ritual: laundry, drying on my clothesline. Been here for maybe an hour and a half or so, so now I'm just basically killing time. Here's my tent setup for tonight. Hopefully it doesn't rain, because if it does, and if it rains hard, I'm set up just above this water channel right here. Comes from up there and it goes down that way. I'm also set up maybe a couple hundred feet off the trail, and I'm in this meadow. Well, I'm just off from the meadow actually. Somebody's been up there at the creek for a couple hours. I don't know, I'm exaggerating. At least 30-45 minutes. I'm not sure if they're doing laundry up there, or if they're praying, or what they're doing. So I go over Selden Pass tomorrow, and then it's all kind of downhill. Silver Pass. So in between Selden and Silver Pass, somebody said I may be able to get some cell phone reception if I step off the trail slightly. So I'm going to find out if that is true or not. It's starting to get cold already. I try to set my tent up so I get shade, because if that sun is shining directly on my tent, it is hot. All the gear I brought so far has been great. Tent's been great. Tarp tent double rainbow. That Neo Air X Light pad by Thermarest. It's been good and plenty warm for me. the Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. 10-degree quilt, that's kept me warm. Really like that Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket. In fact, I think I'm gonna see if I can't get one of those jackets for each member of my family when I get back, if I can find them on clearance, because they are a warm jacket and they're just super lightweight. Oh, my orange shirt, my orange wool shirt has seen better days, but it doesn't stink at all. I wash it off with just water at the end of the day, and it doesn't smell. Haven't quite figured out the correct sock combination. I've been using ING. I don't know if that's how you say it, a sock liner. I've not been using it. I've just been using socks by themselves. Smart wool. I don't know what's better and what's the best combination, because I seem to keep getting blisters or sore feet. So I guess when you're doing 14-15 miles on this dusty trail, 14 to 15 miles on this dusty trail, it's bound to happen. Let's see, they're carrying a bucket. I don't know if this guy's got horses somewhere. It's kind of weird, you'd be walking along and then all of a sudden there's a dozen or so horses. Came across that this morning, thought I was off trail, and I went back and asked the guys that were running the horses and the mules if I was on a correct trail, and they said yes, and they gave me some recommendations. Other than that, I'm just going to close this down for tonight. Maybe shoot some video tomorrow from the top of Cottonwood Pass. I haven't hardly done that at all with a GoPro, so need to get that done. Other pieces of gear I like is my ProTrek Casio watch that tells me altitude. It's really been handy. Kind of gives me an idea where I'm at. I've been using a couple of phone apps, Half Miles, PCT phone app, that has worked really well, and I think it's either GutHook or Guthook, his JMT application for my phone has worked well. That solar panel, that Anchor 8-watt solar panel, has done well. I brought a battery bank along, haven't used it at all. I'm trying to think of what else I really like. Trekking poles have been great. Backpack is, finding out that my backpack is good 35 pounds and under. You start getting over 35 pounds and it's I won't say it hurts, but I think it's better for 35 pounds or less at ULA Catalyst Pack. Other than that, have a great afternoon. Bye. Alright, unlucky day number 13. It was a long day. I think I hiked about 17 miles. Got my tent set up, got everything done that I needed to get done, and the rain is starting, which is perfect timing. I'm glad it held off. I was really worried. I came down that hill faster than I probably should have. Hopefully my knees aren't hurting really bad in the morning. So this is my first rain since I've been on a trip, and I've been on this trip for 13 days and camping for 2 additional days at 10,000 feet, so pretty pleased. My tent is awful dusty on the outside. It sure could use a good cleaning. So the only thing I'm disappointed with is my socks, and a few things are still wet. My hat, but that's fine. I have 2 dry pairs of socks that I can wear tomorrow if I need to. Other than that, I'm sitting in here eating some beef jerky, looking at other yummy stuff in my bear can, and just kind of chilling out, looking to see what kind of weather we're going to have here, if we're going to have any lightning or wind or hail, or what we're going to have. So, oh, and guess what? I talked to Tammy today. I didn't expect to have reception where I did, but that was great. Very nice to talk to you, Tammy. I needed to hear your voice. I needed that motivation to finish this hike. So, Other than that, I think I'm going to shut this off for right now and just finish eating. I haven't eaten for a long time or drank much water, so I got to get that done. I've seen these storm clouds rolling in for a couple hours and just been in a hurry to get here, get set up, and get ready for it. So thankfully I made it. It'd be miserable setting the tent up in the rain. I can't imagine. So hopefully it comes, clears out, so I can get on my climb tomorrow. I got a 3,000 foot elevation climb in 5 miles going over Silver Pass tomorrow, and I want to get a good early start on it, so I need this stuff to clear out. Talk to you later. Roger out. Alrighty, made it to the top of Silver Pass this morning, and it's probably the most special pass for me, just simply because the rest of them, I got a few high passes, but this one took 3,000 feet of elevation gain this morning, started at 6 o'clock, and it's one of the last ones that will take a lot of effort to complete. So that's probably why it's special for me. I won't say the rest of the trail is easy, but it's not going to be too bad. So here's at the top of Silver Pass. Just literally got up here 30 seconds ago and dropped my pack. So I may be a little sweaty. Took me just a little under 4 hours to get up here. And it was a pretty steep climb. Actually hit a false pass, false summit. And still had another couple hundred feet of elevation to go. And pretty lake here behind me. So that's that canyon down below is the direction I'm going. So I'm gonna probably set up camp here in 3 hours, 4 hours. At the bottom of Tully Hole is where I'm gonna set up camp for tonight. Everybody wants me to camp at Virginia Lake, and when I mean everybody, I mean like 6 people I've talked to. They say it's really scenic and really beautiful, but from Tully Hole up to Virginia Lake, it's another 1,000 foot of elevation climb, and I'm ready for an easy day. Like to clean my undies, let them hang out and air dry because they're getting a little raunchy. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. Day 14. I'm at the top of Silver Pass. I don't know if it's 10,700, 10,800 feet. Up here all by myself. I don't see a single soul anywhere around me right now. Might be the last man left in the world as far as I know. Goodbye. All right, I decided to hot dog it up this hill. Trying to see how to change it around. Maybe I can't. Anyway, I decided to hot dog it up this hill. I was gonna camp down at Tully Hole, but that's not the case. I got storm clouds all around me. I have my rain cover on, so I'm going for it. I'm going from like switchback to switchback, trees to trees. Who knows what it's gonna do. Maybe clear here in 10 minutes, it's hard to say. So I'm gonna keep on rocking. See you later. Whew. Still climbing. Still climbing. Looks like everything's in that direction. A lot of storm clouds over there. I don't know. Thunder. Haven't seen any flashes of lightning yet, so I guess that's a good thing. I don't know if I'm going up to a tree wooded area that's fairly protected or if I'm going into just a barren area, so I'm going to find out soon. But down below is Tully Hole. Way down there's Tully Hole. And over there, in that general direction right there is where it's like a lot of rain's falling. So I'm going to continue my climb later. Okay, got my tent set up. Not the ideal place. I can't find my dang bag for my tent. It's out there somewhere. It's getting ready to rain. I don't know if I set the tent up on it or where the hell it's at. But in the middle of it all, I'm broke open some dry skin on my thumb and I'm bleeding all over everything. So let's try to wipe all that blood off everything here after the rain stops. So hunkered in my tent right now, waiting for blue skies to come along. Blue skies. All right, that's it. Oh, blood everywhere, blood everywhere. Okay, bye. Day 15, 7 o'clock in the morning. Everybody said go camp at Lake Virginia or Virginia Lake. It's beautiful. Don't pass it up. You can go swimming. It's really nice. It was not. Set up in a rainstorm. Sun came out for just a little bit. And then with all that moisture yesterday, had a ton of condensation inside my tent. Set up on just kind of a little bit of a hill. So I was sliding down inside my tent all night. And then went from condensation freezing on my tent wall to 25 mile per hour winds, which really were kind of nice because it warmed things up a little bit and allowed my tent to dry just a little bit before I packed it up this morning. So I'm on the trail a little later than normal. I have about 12 miles to go. I'm going to camp closer to red cones, and if I feel really ambitious, I may climb one of those red cones. I don't know. And then let's see, tomorrow 3 or 4 miles and I'm at reds. And then I'll decide if I'm gonna just have a short day there or spend the night there, do some laundry. So other than that, just thought I'd check in real quick. Probably last night was the worst night of sleep I had on a trip so far. So checking out. Bye. All right, 10 o'clock. Gosh, I don't know if it's day 14 or 15. Heading to red cones. But over behind me, to probably my 7 o'clock, looks like lightning started some timber on fire. It's over on the other side of the canyon, but it's really breezy today, and it's been really dry up here. So I don't know if it'll amount to anything or not, but I think I'm past it, so I think I'm fine. If they turn me around right now, it's a long ways back to an exit point for me. Versus Red Meadows, it's probably 5 or 6 miles away. That's it. Bye. Okay, I'm set up alongside Garnet Lake. It's day 15. Day 15. Did between 13 and 14 miles today. It wasn't my intention to come up this high because I'm about 9,700 feet. They're talking about snow over 9,000 feet. So it's probably going to be a cold, sleepless night for me. But it sets me up really well to do the last 2 passes. Island Pass is about 5 miles away, and then Donohue Pass is about 10 miles away. Then I start working my way down. So tomorrow I probably got a 14-mile day. 14, and I don't mean to not sound excited, but a 14-mile day tomorrow to get below 10,000 feet of elevation for sleeping tomorrow night. So that's my big goal for tomorrow. Wake up. I like to wake up early. Depends on how cold it is. And Get my day off with a roar and see if I can't knock off 2 passes tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow may bring. Maybe I may have 3 foot of snow on my tent tomorrow morning. Hopefully not, but who knows? Stranger things can happen, I guess. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Me again. I'm even gonna zip my pant legs on, and I think I'm gonna go to bed fairly fully dressed. I might even put my pants on over my silk base layers that I normally wear for bottoms, and socks just in case it gets windy. I'm not really staked down. I had to use rocks to tie out because there's nowhere to stake to. Everything's rock right here. So if something happens, something breaks, I can get up and fix it, or if I have to, I can throw all my crap on my backpack and start backpacking in the middle of the night if I need to. So I guess I'm going to prepare for the absolute worst is what I'm going to do. Later. Hike to JMT, they said. It'll be fun, they said. We'll take a look out here, and this is what I'm looking at right now. In that direction there were mountains. Right now you can't see them, so hopefully this stuff's over soon. I'm like fully dressed. I got my shoes right here. Worried about one of my tent lines breaking, and if it does break, I have my knife and I have stronger string right here, because it does get gusty once in a while. So there you go. That's what we got going on right now. Excitement. Usually these things go through and clear off in a couple hours, so hopefully that's what will happen here. If not, again, long night. Day 15, fun on a JMT. Alright, 10 or 15 minutes later, let's give you a little update outside. Let's see if it's all whiteout conditions. It's pretty white out. Pretty insane. What's really crazy is when I was coming up, I was past probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 people. They were taking their time and they were coming up here to go fishing, and I got up here and got my tent set up just in time before the storm came. I may regret coming up here. I was gonna camp down 1,000 feet lower than this, in amongst some trees, but I decided to push forward so I can try to meet my time allotted for this trip. So there you have it. Again, hopefully this thing blows through and in an hour or so it's clear and sunny, so we'll see. Bye. Well, I think I can say I saw snow first this year out of my family and friends back in and around Missouri. Let's see, it's September 13th, 4:30 p.m. and check it out. Give me a second here. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't snow too much where I can't see the trail tomorrow morning. I don't want to be stuck here for a day waiting for this stuff to thaw and melt. The wind has stopped, so maybe this is the end of the storm, and maybe in an hour it'll be sunny and warmer and melting. Insane. How beautiful is this? Oh my gosh. There's the sun. Okay, let's see, it's 5:27, same day as the snowstorm, and really witnessed something spectacular, probably one of the most amazing spectacles I've ever seen in my life, believe it or not. I took pictures with my camera, took some video with my cell phone. I just don't know if it'll capture the moment when that snowstorm, the wind stopped, and the snow was still falling from the sky, and then the sun came out, and these clouds were wrapping themselves around the mountaintops here. Just amazing. You know, looked like a winter wonderland, but it has already melted outside. I've wiped my tent down, getting all the moisture off it so it will dry out. That way I can pack it up in the morning. If it's nice, I can get up early and get trucking. Other than that, well worth the hour of agony because it was really cold. I was hoping it wasn't going to stay like that all night, and who knows, it may come back. It may come back, and it may be nastier than ever, but right now it's just gorgeous outside. Things really change quick up here in the Sierra Nevada, so checking out. Bye. Okay, I don't know how much of this you can see or not, but it's day 16, 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept in this morning because I'm going to need some sun on my tent, probably to thaw it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but all those shiny diamond things, those are icicles, or ice on my tent this morning. Ice on the tent this morning. Got very cold last night, very cold. I had to sleep with my water filter last night because I knew it was going to get about 26 degrees, so lovely way to start the day. Have a good one. Okay, day 17, I think. Day 17, 16, or 18. One of those three. I'm heading into Tuolumne Meadows right now. I don't know if I have cell reception or not. They have a campground there. I may stay there. I know they have a store and a cafe, so I'll probably eat something there too. But I just stopped here to fill up water. This will be my last stop before I get there. So just a little 360 of where I'm at right now. And right down here is where I got water at this morning. Just insanely beautiful. Talk to you later. Okay, I think it's day 17, day 16, day 18. Who knows? It's Thursday though. Thursday, and I'm at Cathedral Lake right now. Got my tent set up behind me. Right down here is my tent. And I'm charging my camera. I keep leaving that dang camera on, and it has an auto off, but it still uses battery. And you may not be able to hear me well over the wind, but I'm gonna come up here and do a 360 of kind of where I'm at. It says Granite Basin. Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be going up behind my head there somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but that's where I'll be going. Maybe 11 miles tomorrow. That's where I need to get to for Cloud's Rest, and see if I feel up to doing Cloud's Rest tomorrow afternoon. That leaves me Saturday morning doing Half Dome, and then Saturday I can run down to Yosemite and maybe get in a Mammoth and get a room for Saturday night, Sunday, and catch my ride on Monday to Lone Pine to get my truck if it's still there. So, talk to you later. Okay, just did see Cloud's Rest. So now I'm working my way down the hill. Oh, it's way up there. Sketchy. One of the more sketchier things I've done in my life, getting up there to Cloud's Rest. So now I got a 2,500 foot elevation gain, or elevation loss, descent, heading down these steps here. And it'll be dark soon. I don't know what it looks like on a GoPro, what the white balance is doing, or auto exposure, but probably in 30 minutes it'll be dark. Got my headlamp on, so I should be good to go. Talk about a heck of a climb. It's about 2,600 feet of elevation gain from where I'm camping at, and I just have a day pack on, so I'm carrying quite a bit less weight, but I did it in about an hour and a half, and it's just about 4 miles up to here. So I was racing the sunset, wanted to make sure I get up here before the sunset. So fun times, fun times. Actually, there's Dad and his 2 sons up there, and they took a couple pictures of me. Kind of fun people to be around for a few minutes. And I actually went up this front side, west side, and the west side was really sketchy. Like stairs, no railings. Steep, steep, steep. So I came down a different way. They showed me a different way to get down that wouldn't be as sketchy. So, other than that, one more zoom here. And I'm putting you away for tonight. Good night. On top of Half Dome. This morning, I don't think it's a full moon, but it might be. But the full moon is back over my shoulder. And there's going to be a situation where the sun's going to rise out of the east as the moon sets in the west. I'll go over here and you can see the people coming up the ladder still. There's probably, when I got up here, there's probably 10 people up here this morning already, and there's at least 20 people coming up behind me. I was hoping I was going to be first, but you know what? Not quite. So here's the ladder if you can see it. Ladder's right down below. There's already a couple people going down. Quite insane. Pretty hard climb. I'm impressed by everybody that comes up here and does this. I talked to some elderly people. When I say elderly people, I mean 60-year-old people that have done this. So I guess if you take your time, go rung by rung, it's not too bad. That's it.
Yeah. Can we disappear? Huh?
I'm asking them. They're taking pictures.
Yeah.
Can you see us? Hey, wouldn't you guys think it'd be cooler if you went further down where you could like see the valley?
Okay, I'm
But we're not that cool.
So if you do it here,
yeah. Either way, once it's like that over that hump goes for so long. Like for a really
All right, halfway down from Half Dome. There's the top. Way down there's the bottom. Tried to give you a perspective of how steep this is. So this is probably holding the camera pretty straight right here. Pretty radical climb. Pretty amazing. What a great way to end my trip. So now I got to get down, pack my tent up, and get down to the valley.